this is very apt theme for the year because we all know that plastic generation and its generation as a waste is becoming a serious problem, not only for India but also globally. And I'll say that after climate change debate, this has been most discussed global debate right now because a lot of plastics which gets generated, not much of that is getting collected and recycled, and a lot of it then lands in ocean. In fact, if you look at recent UNEP report, it says that every second a truck of plastic waste is dumped into ocean. So it's that serious a problem and very apt for this year's chat. What has happened is, if you look at per capita waste generation in India, it's around 13 kg per capita per year, which is still less than global average and much less than what China, Brazil or a country like US generates per capita. But giving our large population, the overall generation of plastic waste on an annual basis is around 3.5 million tons. What happens is, what we find that around 60% of that is reported to be recycled. But what happens with 40%, which doesn't get collected and doesn't get recycled, is a challenge. It gets leaked from the system, lands up in different landscape in the cities, choking the drains, polluting the river bodies, polluting the water bodies. Also, often they reach the waste dumping sites where they are put on fire. So that is where it also causes pollution, air pollution in immediate terms. And whatever is discharged into rivers, if these rivers drain into seas, it all reaches the coastal waters. So problem is serious, but there are kind of and also India being, as you said, socio-economic aspects of it. India being diverse country, and also not to forget that 2/3 of India is still rural. Looking at and also use of plastic packaging material is going up in rural areas as well. So effectively managing the plastic waste generated in rural area becomes a problem. In cities also, there are challenges in terms of its collection. Fortunately, if you look at the Government of India initiatives, in 2016 a plastic waste management rule had come, which is centered around something which we call extended producer responsibility, or EPR in short. And what it mandates is that producers or users of plastic packaging, it is their mandate to basically collect whatever waste they put in cities or rural landscape, to collect it and send it for recycling. Other than plastic waste management rule, government also in July has come out with phasing out of single-use plastics, certain items including packaging, including cutlery items. They are required to be phased out, but the challenges there still remain because many of these no viable alternatives are available, and so people are not adopting these alternatives at the rate which is expected of them. But there also lies a opportunity for reduction of plastic waste. Once we move towards these alternatives, certainly there will be reduction of plastic waste happening in the country. So number one is, when one looks at this plastic waste management rule and focus on extended producer responsibility, focus on SUP phase out, single-use plastic phase out, what has happened is through EPR implementation, now the producers and manufacturers and also waste collectors and plastic waste recyclers, they need to register on EPR portal, which is there on CPCB's website, and also disclose about how much waste, how much packaging material they put in market every year, and how they plan to collect that and recycle that, the waste arising out of that, in a graded manner. So that's one aspect, and that is now bringing a lot of transparency in the system, and we are now more sure of the transaction which is happening between these stakeholders. And also plastic recyclers, which are end of the value chain, they also, if you look at CPCB's portal, currently around 3,000 waste recyclers are registered there, which is, for a country like India, not a very big number, but certainly that kind of movement has started. So that if you talk to these recyclers, they also say that they are pretty happy by registering on the website, because now they are getting more business in terms of what collection and recycling they used to do earlier. Now their business has improved. So that brings in confidence in the whole system. And in fact, whole of the Southeast Asia, in fact, is very anxiously looking at how EPR is going to pan out in India. If it can work successfully in a country like India, they would also like to take away learnings from experiment in India. And we are hopeful that these measures would soon start affecting and reducing plastic waste.